Hello everyone, it's Louisa, and this is my February 2021 monthly money chat. So, I kicked off this series last month and we're continuing it all the way through 2021, but this is going to be my February update about my personal finances. How much did I save? How much did I spend? What was my cash flow? Was it positive? Was it negative? That will all be answered in this video. So if you would like to learn more about kind of what I'm doing this year to track my finances, you can definitely check out my January 2021 monthly money chat. That will be up here. But what's great about this video is that it allows me to talk about one of my favorite subjects I've kind of discovered over the past year, and that's personal finance. I think personal finance is so interesting and so intricate, and everyone has to kind of manage it somehow, and there's really kind of no right or wrong answer necessarily. So I just find personal finance fascinating, and so I love sharing my experiences as a 25-year-old, figuring out this whole adulting thing, and just share my progress and where I'm at. Sorry, I'm so distracted today because I feel like I look like Wayne from Wayne's World. Wayne's World, Wayne's World. I like my hair, but I also love wearing baseball hats, but it looks like I'm wearing a mullet or something. Woo! All right, so let's start off by talking about my savings. So this year, I am participating in the Budget Mom monthly savings challenges. She has 3 different ones for each month. If you are curious about these and want to see more for yourself, I will have the video where she explains all of this and all the different challenges down below in the description box. But for February, I did 2 out of the 3 challenges, and the first one that I did was the last name. I have a binder, so that's why I'm tossing papers. The first Budget Mom Savings Challenge that I did for February was called the Last Name Challenge. With this Last Name Challenge, basically what you did was that you take the number of letters in your last name and multiply it by 5. And then you would make an online transfer or, put money into a cash envelope every Sunday for that amount. So my last name has 7 letters, so 5 times 7 is 35. So every Sunday of February, I added $35 into my savings envelope for that particular month. And so most of the time I did a little bit extra or added a little bit extra. So all in all, the goal was to save $140 by doing this, and I ended up saving $155. Most of the time when I did the $35, I said, you know what, let's just add $5 and make it $40. So I did save a little bit more money on that challenge than the goal, so yay. And then I actually did part of the kids challenge. The kids challenge was to sell 3 toys, and I ended up only selling 1 thing on eBay this month. But it was a good thing that I sold. I ended up selling a Disney lounge fly bag that I just was not using. It was beautiful, it was amazing, but I just wasn't going to use it as much as the other ones that I have. And so I ended up selling it and I earned $40 for that. So then I was able to add $40 more. So because of the savings challenges, I saved $195 doing the Budget Mom savings challenges for February, which is an increase because in January, I only saved $103. So that was a nice bump up. So that's what I was doing with my savings challenges. Also, I have 2 jobs right now, and so one is a full-time job and one is a part-time job, and I am paid bi-weekly for both of those jobs. And so I can't really depend on my part-time job, at least in terms of reliable or a consistent income. The amount fluctuates with each paycheck. And so my full-time job, that paycheck is consistent and reliable. And so when I save or talk about saving from my income and what I earned at my jobs, I am talking about my full-time job. That is really what I'm talking about, and that's where I spend the bulk of the money that I earn, is using that money. So with each paycheck, I have 3 different savings accounts, and I take out $60 of each paycheck for those accounts. So all in all, that's $180. And then I also take out $20 for my Christmas 2021 sinking fund. So that is putting money away towards this Christmas, so I don't have to worry about buying Christmas presents when the time comes, which is gonna be really nice. So with each paycheck, I save $200 as well. So that's also something to keep in mind with my savings. So all in all, how much did we save this month of February? Are you ready? The total that I saved for February was $647.22. So that is a little increase over January. It's not a big increase in January. I'll explain why that is, but January was, so many page turns. January's total was $642.08. So it's only about a $5 difference, but the reason that is because I got more money for Christmas and I would put that account into savings in January. So I had a little bit more money from that. Obviously, Christmas didn't happen again, so I didn't, so I saved more via the Budget Mom challenges, but didn't do as much. I didn't have as much like kind of gift income coming in, if that makes sense. I'm happy with that. I think that's a great portion. And that's how I did with savings. And now I'm gonna show you where we're at with my savings tracker. My goal for this year is to save $6,000. So I'm gonna show you my savings tracker and let's see where we're at. Okay, so this is my savings tracker. This is from the Budget Mom. I will have a link. This was a free download and I will have a link to it if you are interested for yourself down in the description box below. But basically, this savings tracker includes monthly savings challenges and other deposits to savings from other sources, aka my paychecks and everything I put into sinking funds and whatnot. So there it is. That's my goal of $6,000. And here we are after February. We have filled up 2 whole rows. Each one of these circles equals $60. So in January we saved $600, or yes, this is 10 of those squares, so we saved $600, and then we also saved $600 in February, and then I saved $642 over here in January, and then I saved $647 or 48 in February. So when you combined the 42 and the 48, then you would get more, you would get over another 60. So that's why there is a little extra circle as well, because with the combined totals, that works out. So we are well on our way. We are about a little more than a fifth of the way towards $6,000. So I am so happy about this. This is great, and I love this visual tracker of it. It's gonna be really fun to see how it grows. And right now, if we keep saving at this rate, we will be able to make $6,000 by November. But I'm very curious to see if we can hit it a little bit earlier. And now I'm gonna talk about my total spending, kind of where my money went with that, and my overall totals for February. All right, so here are some totals for us. So I already told you my total savings, so there's that. And then this is the combined number with my savings with January and February, so that's awesome. So for February, the total money that I spent, and this includes savings, so I can track how much I am putting towards savings each month. So I just think of every time I move something into a savings account as a transaction or a purchase. It was $1,930.93. Then my total money spent without savings was $1,283.71. My total income was $1,473.59. And then the cash flow difference between the two, and I do the cash flow between income and minus the total spent with savings. And this time we have a negative cash balance, and that is negative $457.34. So obviously this is not, I don't like it being in the negative, but this includes my savings. This is without counting transactions that involve savings. So
savings, that money goes back to me in some way. It's not gone from me. It just is in a different kind of vessel of me, if that makes sense, or my finances. So ultimately, when we take total income minus total spent without savings, then it's still positive. So that's good. That's when I really run into trouble, is when total income minus total spent without savings is negative as well, but that's still positive. But ideally, I would like this number to be positive as well. So it was positive in January and it's negative this month. So that's definitely something I want to work on towards the future. And then we have our category totals. I added up all my transactions and tracked them. And so this is where we were at for category totals this month. And then what's different from this month is that I was able to compare it to another month, January. And so here are the totals for each of the categories that I include in my budget, or just kind of how I track different purchases. And then that's the total number, as you can see. And then the arrows, clearly if it's up, that number is higher than it was in January, and if it's down, that number is lower than it was in January. And this number right here is the percentage I spent in that category out of everything I spent total, and it does add up to 100. So I think my top category again was savings, so that's awesome, and I saved 34% of what I spent. So that's awesome. It's always my goal that this is the number one thing I'm spending on. So that's really good. It looks like the next highest would definitely be spending. So spending was up a little bit from January, so it happens. And then I think the last the third most popular category was YouTube, box swap items, pin trade, shipping, etc. And I'm okay with that. I love doing YouTube swap boxes and whatnot, so that brings me joy, so I'm okay with that. So overall, I am okay with this. The main things I want to take away from February are that I want to have a positive cash flow, so I really want to work on that. But that's where my finances were for this month.
And woo-hoo, that was my stuff for February. And I think the March monthly money chat is going to be very interesting because I started a seasonal job, so I'm actually going to be working 3 jobs, and I also got my tax return. So March will be really interesting, and my income will go up, and probably so will my spending. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that changes things in March. But that's how I did in February. And that's all for this video. Please leave a comment down below if you guys are as interested in personal finance as I am, or what parts of it really fascinate you. Did you track your spending for February? How did you do? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really does help me out. And if you want to see more videos just like this, then hit that subscribe button. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday. And I will see you guys again soon with a brand new video. Bye!